I became so dark. I was not fine. I was not fine at all.
Some people used to be a slim mama.
No, I thought so. Even at a point, because I always wear heels and, you know, I always like to dress good to church. At a point, I couldn't wear them anymore. My feet were big. Like, I was not wearing slippers.
My name is Alaba. You are welcome to my program, Mother's Experience. So, in this program, I have a mother with me that will be sharing her experience and navigation from the pregnancy to the childbirth and the amazing experience of being a mother. So the program is actually titled Mother Experience. So I have Pelumi with me, in which we have different segments, and she'll be sharing her experience with us, the pregnancy experience, the postpartum, and the support system she actually got during pregnancy. You are welcome. So if you find this program interesting, try to share it to your friends, try to like, share, and comment. Thank you very much. So I have here with me Pelumi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. So Pelumi will be sharing her experience with us. She's a mother of one. So Pelumi, you are welcome to my program.
Thank you.
How did you feel when you first found out that you were pregnant?
Okay, I felt really excited because, you know, it was my first pregnancy.
Yeah.
And coupled with the fact that as much as it wasn't something I was expecting at the time.
Yeah.
So finding out I was pregnant, I don't know the experience, I don't know how you feel.
Yeah.
So it looks strange to me. So I was having cold feet, I was excited, I don't know. It was just much of mixed feelings, but I was happy at finding out I was pregnant.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pelumi. What were your initial thoughts and emotions about becoming a mother?
It's a whole lot of, you know, thoughts coupled with like emotions because, you know, I grew up with my mom alone, and I've found out, I tried to understand how it looked, though she made it look like it was easy.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just, oh, I'm going to have a child and bring him up. And I've always wanted to like have a child and say, I'm going to bring him up in the way of the Lord. It has always been like my motto. So I thought it was just going to be something that I'm having a child and I'm bringing him up. So that was how I felt like maybe it was going to be an easy journey.
Thank you very much for that, Pelumi. How did your body change during pregnancy?
A lot. I was still juggling in between size 14 and at that time I just got some nice dresses that I said I was going to rock, because I thought being on the big side, I'm not going to be too big.
Okay.
So I think from 3 months my stomach was already coming out. There was already lines on my stomach showing I was pregnant, and suddenly I started having stretch mark just at 3 months. So when I was 4 months, I decided to wear one of my fine dresses as usual. And I couldn't zip it up.
Wow.
I just went down, I was just crying because it was just 4 months. Like everyone still have their normal body at 4 months.
Yeah.
But mine, I was already looking as if I was like 5 months, 6 months on. So it was really, really, I don't know, an upsetting moment for me.
I think it has to do with individual stature.
Individual body, because my own just look like I was just feel maybe 14 weeks and I was already looking like I was 10 months gone.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Pelu. Were there any unexpected physical changes or challenges you faced?
Yes, so a whole lot. Pregnancy comes with a whole lot of things because I used to be very articulate. I used to like talk without stuttering. You know, suddenly I don't remember things, and it became so annoying that then my body changed drastically. I became so dark. I was not fine. I was not fine at all.
Some people used to be a slim mama.
No, I thought so. Even at a point, because I always wear heels and I always like to dress good to church. At a point, I couldn't wear them anymore. My feet were big. Like I was not wearing slippers, and I hate wearing slippers. I hate it. I hate my feet showing. So I always wear covered shoes, heels, but suddenly I couldn't wear my shoes. My shoes don't fit, and I started dashing out my shoes. So those were some physical things that I didn't like. And also, I thought it was going to be for the moment until I had my child, and I realized that it's not going to go at all.
Yeah. What were some of the common pregnancy symptoms you experienced?
Oh God. From the very at first, when I didn't know I was pregnant, I could walk the normal distance I can walk, and I'll be so tired. I'll be literally exhausted. Flats. Sometimes there was a time I wanted to cook and I didn't have something, so I had to step out to go and buy. It was just a stone throw store. I literally stood in between the road because I was exhausted. I was flat out. And then my partner was saying that, you don't exercise. And it's not exercise.
Yes.
I'm like, this is not exercise.
Yeah.
That there's something wrong with me. So from the very moment I realized I was pregnant, I just woke up one morning from the bed and I wanted to throw up.
Yes.
I vomit, as I spent like, it was just as if there was something stuck in my throat that I need to get out. I was literally vomiting. There was nothing that stopped it. Then subsequent times, I think the next day, I thought it was a joke. I woke up again, I was vomiting. Then I started keeping speed, like keeping saliva. That was like my worst moment. So I had to tell my mom that, Mom, I'm pregnant. This is what is going on. She said that I should not allow one thing, and that is me spitting out or keeping spit in my mouth. So she recommended some remedies for me that I took.
Okay.
So which stopped this me holding back spit or vomiting. So it stopped it for some period of time. I think for like a week. Then subsequent time I stopped vomiting. So I now realized that if I wake up in the morning, I have to put something in my mouth. So it stopped me from vomiting entirely throughout the rest of the period, the pregnancy.
Thank you very much for sharing your experience with us, Pelumi.
Thank you. You're welcome.
How did you manage morning sickness, fatigue, or any other discomforts?
I just sleep. I don't know how God has created me. As much as it's so much of discomfort and morning sicknesses, I always find my way around it. So anytime I knew I was going to go out or I need to go out, I just put like half, like a chunk of garlic in my mouth. So when I put it in my mouth, it just hold me and resist me from throwing up and maybe spitting out. Then when I wake up in the morning, I'm tired. I just wake up in the morning, eat and watch movies. I know it's tiring sometimes, and I'm an emotional person. So all through my pregnancy period, I was always crying. And ask me why I'm crying. There's no reason. So I cry every day. It's always like that. So when I cry, I feel relieved. I'll start cry very well. Any little thing can make me cry. I enjoy crying. So when I cry, I'm relieved. I feel better. So I think that was how I went through it. I'll just wake up. Then as time goes on, my immediate elder sister came in and my friend, they were with me. They were taking care of me. So I had them in my corner. So we were always going out. They were always helping me go out. Just take fresh air, and I think I was able to like get out of it.
That's fine. Thank you very much. How did you choose your healthcare provider for your prenatal care?
I did a survey. And then I was staying in Accra. So everyone made suggestion. I wanted like the best because I've had occurrence with reoccurring PCOS issues. So I didn't want any issue on the long run. So I was overprotective of the pregnancy also. So they were like, the only thing I can do is to find a gynae, not just use anyhow doctor. So I had to find the best gynae then, and I registered with him. So he was the one helping me monitor the pregnancy till it was time for me to deliver.
That's good. Thank you very much. What was your experience with prenatal visits and screenings?
Yeah, nothing much. We just go in because I did too. I'm a Christian, so I was going for Redeem, antenatal, and then the hospital. So I Redeem. They do the normal check. We dance with our bellies. You know, it's always interesting.
With the baby, yeah.
And the baby, then we pray. So I always enjoy that part because I have other pregnant women I'm going to see. You know, we share experiences. They tell us what to do. Then hospital visits was just more of, you know, checking the pregnancy, checking the heartbeats. They would show us, oh, look at your baby is fine, and all that. Then they give us our normal medication, like normal vitals.
Yeah.
So that's what we have at the hospital. So it wasn't much. I always enjoyed the Redeem. Sorry for mentioning them, but I always enjoyed
like
that part.
Yeah, that's fine. Can you describe the range of emotions you experienced during pregnancy?
Oh, 10 over 10. 10 over 10 because I'm so the normal me is an emotional person. Like, literally be watching a movie and see someone cry, I'll cry. Even if somebody is shedding tears, I'll cry.
And it's going to get worse during pregnancy.
So now imagine me being pregnant. There was a time, so at a point I had to move to my uncle's house. I lived with my uncle throughout the rest with my sister. There was a time he just got back from work and I was crying. I don't know what was making me cry. He was so confused that he called all his boys to come and be asking me, "Hey, Bami Bear, why is she crying?" I don't know. My sister was already fed up. So she did not even bother that when I'm done, I'll be fine. So she was one telling my uncle that if it's left over to Keto, like when she's done crying, she will keep quiet. So, well, he was right because I cried for like roughly 3 hours. So my emotion was on the top. Like everything gets to me. Every insult gets to me. Like everything, I just take offense for things that don't make any sense. So it was just more on during my pregnancy period. So I think he was 10 over 10 when it comes to emotion.
Pregnancy will make it feel worse. Yeah. Thank you very much, Pelumi. So how did you cope with any fears or anxiety about childbirth and motherhood?
Oh God, I had to summon courage.
Yeah.
And I at the point I inculcated the habit of being positive because I'm big on positivity. Like I don't welcome any form of negative thoughts or anything. Then I was always on my phone. I watch Instagram, you know, and I don't know, maybe it's the algorithm. You just realize that everything about babies pregnant.
Yeah, that's what they will bring for you. Yeah.
So there was a time I was watching and I saw something that I know I didn't like, and I'm like, God forbid. And there are times that even when you're pregnant, you have some awkward dreams.
Yes.
So I just wake up and I'm like, God forbid, I rebuke it in Jesus' name. But there was a particular movie, an interview I watched, and it was about a woman that was saying that sometimes she always wanted the perfect child. Okay. And at a point and something just came into her mind that told her that if you have a special child, what will you do? So, you know, I saw that video and I just give me the perfect child that I want.
Yes.
So it was just me trying to be positive and, you know, eradicate any form of negativity and anything like that. So
thank you very much, Pelumi. Who were your biggest sources of support during your pregnancy?
My mom and my sister and my friend. It was just 3. They were my biggest support. My mom, no, not just 3. I'll just say I have 5. And I would like to, my mom, my aunt, my uncle, my sister, and my friend, they were 5. They stood. I used to have heartburn. And then I had my aunt, she's in South Africa. Then she would ship in bottle of Gaviscon for me, or to like the one that would take me for the rest of the month. She was always doing that. Even there was a time my uncle traveled, our husband, he brought in for me. So they were really my support. Anytime I feel down, I just call, I'll just say what I have to say, and they'll comfort me, they will help me. My other sister was helping me with cooking, washing, cleaning the house. Nice. My uncle was doing, the money part. He was always giving me money. Then my friend was really supportive when it comes to house chores and all that. So this was my support system. And my mom, prayer. So those were my support system all through like my pregnancy period.
That's good.
And it was really a wonderful journey.
Thank you very much, Pelumi. How did your partner, family, or friends support you during this time?
My sister-in-law was always calling because I got pregnant around that COVID period, so no one could come in really much. So, but my sister-in-law, they were really calling me, and my husband, because it's just like the first experience, so he doesn't understand how he feels. So all is just, are you okay? Are you fine? But he doesn't understand like the main. So I wouldn't even say anything much about him. Okay. But my sister-in-law was, consistent. She was calling, even though she can't come around, but she was, trying. How is the baby? How is he feeling? And I think the call part was okay for me.
Thank you very much, Pelumi.